First we tested and calibrated load cell of 1 kg with HX711 amplifier on Arduino. After hours of calibration process, as we get the right calibration factor, the sensor worked reliably. Added a variable potentiometer to adjust the set weight so that we can adjust the weight based on our needs, so that the Arduino will continue the rest of the code once the set unit reaches. Now here we have a trigger point to continue to rest of the Arduino codes on if statement, i.e. if set weight reaches, stop the feeding process, close feeding window, open distribution window, wait for some seconds, close distribution window, open feeding window and start feeding process again to load cell until next trigger point or set weight reaches, and whole process will repeat. We think there was some conflict with HX711 or Adafruit old libraries with servo. When we add servo to the code it won't work at all. Probably it's an issue with HX711 library conflicting with servo library, so we had to replace old display with LCD16x2 later updated with I2C protocol. We made changes on code to work with LCD and added servo representing each process later may replace with geared motors, as the initial unit was for full automatic pouch packing machine. We tested with servo for each process like feeding servo, plastic rolling servo, sealing servo, etc. Later due to limitation or resources and time we could make only semi-machine. This is our first prototype. It uses a screw-type cylinder as feeder and servo-controlled container that drop materials to a funnel when set gram triggers. Screw-type feeder has size limitations and tends to stuck occasionally due to design flows and is very expensive to make. This is our latest but not final product. Still there is some flaws on this device too in hardware side for accuracy. But it's fast and almost reliable, but still need to wait each time just to make sure everything is fine as it's still under test run. Here we have introduced and added an OK switch to wait until servo doesn't drop the weighted materials on the floor if we miss the timing. I will explain the working here. After we feed the materials to the storage reservoir, from there the materials will drop to load cell attached to servo with container. After the set weight is triggered, feeder will stop feeding to load cell container and load cell container servo will activate to 90 degrees and drop the materials to a funnel after pressing OK switch, from where we can collect it to plastic pouch with desired size. After dropping it to funnel, the servo load cell container goes to normal position at 60 degrees where feeder will start again to feed the container with load cell until set weight reaches, and whole process will repeat again. We can set custom trigger weights, LCD contrast and feeder speed based on the materials using. All codes will be sent in case if needed to emails only. Please comment or contact for Arduino code.